Hey, it's Carlos Guillermo Smith. Did I say his name right? The house rep guy from East Orlando. Carlos stands up for the gay community because they've been victimized and they haven't been treated fairly, and that's an admirable cause there, Carlos. He stands up for a part of the community that's been taken advantage of and victimized. But that's all good stuff. We applaud Carlos for that. But at the same time, Carlos is a hypocrite. Carlos has taken money from Grey 2K, scam activist organization. This is Carrie. There's Christine. They're scam artists. They operate Grey 2K and trick people into donating lots of money, $6 million at this point, some of which Carlos has gotten a hold of. Carlos pushes their propaganda on his Twitter page and Facebook just because they gave him money, I guess. The same unfair, slanderous treatment that the gay community's gotten, Carlos is doing to the Greyhound racing industry. Mr. Carlos here has taken money from Grey 2K and pushes their propaganda on his page. Carlos has never once even talked to the other side. He's not interested in facts. He's just interested in money, apparently. He's also called the Greyhound people slave owners and trolls and things like that. So, you know, so not only is he lying about them, he's demeaning them at the same time. Carlos spends a lot of time preaching to people about how a certain aspect of the community needs to be treated decently and fairly. And then he goes off the deep end and mistreats and berates a different section of the population. Hypocrite. Carlos likes to tell you that he's not like all the other politicians, that he really cares and things like that. And turns out he's just like any other politician. Money talks, you know what I mean? Carlos wants to write laws about this industry based on propaganda and based on who gave him money. You might be thinking, it's the Greyhound industry, but it could be your industry next. You have a competitor or somebody doesn't like you, they pay a politician, they write laws against you. Is that the slippery slope you guys feel like going down? Maybe people should take into consideration facts and the truth when writing laws, not how much money you've gotten. Okay, what makes these idiots a scam? Take a look at their tax return. I broke it down for you right here in this three-dimensional pie chart. Grey 2K to date has made $6 million. Grey 2K lies because it maximizes donation money. The biggest chunk that Grey 2K has stolen from people has gone into their payroll. The next biggest chunk that Grey 2 has stolen goes to lobbying, $1.2 million. Carlos got some of that money. More than half the pie is gone already. $6 million. Let's see if they've helped any Greyhounds. $180,000 on rent utilities. You know these idiots are probably running this business out of their house, right? That's money they get to keep. Free rent, right? Oh, did I mention that Mr. Carey right there is a lobbyist? $1.2 million went to lobbying. So probably whatever he didn't give Mr. Carlos, maybe he kept for himself. $100,000 on travel expenses. I hear these guys take some pretty nice vacations. Fees for services, office expenses, 185 grand. Grants, telephone, 127 grand on telephones? Come on, man, really? Printing and postage. $1.1 million? That's a lot of postage. Advertising, marketing, 500 grand. Other expenses, here's the pile. Quite the racket they got going. $6 million, and they haven't even so much as bought a bag of dog food. These guys act like they are going to save Greyhounds. You can't save a Greyhound. They're the most well cared for dog breed on the planet. It's a scam. They lie about the racing industry because that maximizes donations. If they weren't paying off politicians like Guillermo Smith, they'd be in jail. They give politicians money and it legitimizes them so they can keep going. You know, politicians are supposed to prevent scams from happening, and money ain't everything, Carlos. You know, you should do the right thing. What's worse, a scam activist group stealing $6 million from people, or stupid politicians that take their money? Same thing. Not to mention, these idiots aren't even from Florida. They're from like Massachusetts or something. They pay off our politicians and get laws written in Florida. They don't even live here. You know, if you aren't protecting the public and you take Grey 2K money, Carlos, then you're just like them. Grey 2K is a scam, and so is Guillermo Smith.